8 days. 8 days is all I've got to make my greatest build ever. I've been playing Minecraft for 14 years, and I've spent thousands of hours mining, foraging, exploring, and best of all, building. I've recently fallen in love with gradienting and adding little lore to builds by personalizing every interior, which are both very well out of my comfort zone. So when Minecraft announced it was having a build competition, I had to put everything on hold. During this summer's Minecraft Live, the director of a Minecraft movie and Jeb both announced that there would be a build challenge, which the winner would be put into a Minecraft movie squared. Well, not in the movie, but in the end credits. Build submissions have to be done in a specific Minecraft world and submitted before June 8th. Only 8 days. The clock was already ticking. I'd be going up against the best builders in the world. There were so many rules, limits, and instructions, so reluctantly, I decided I'd read it all over in the morning. Minecraft Live had just ended, and I needed to make a few videos about it. My friend Fireball wanted to join me in this challenge, so we decided to work together, but also separately. That way we could help each other and critique each other while we built. Java Edition is our main version that we play the most, so we figured we'd map things out in Java and then copy them over to Bedrock later. The parameters for the build were simple: 16 by 16 and 32 blocks high. There were specific blocks that we could and could not use based off of some categories, so we set up all of the different block palettes. Those themes being the Badlands, the Taiga, the Frozen Ocean, and the Plains biome. But besides the 4 main themes, there was also a general block section, which could be utilized in any of the themes. I decided to start off with the Frozen Ocean, the theme with the least amount of blocks. I figured I'd get the hardest one out of the way early, but wait.
What?
I'm so confused. These people over here have dark prismarine That's not what they said. Should I okay, I'm gonna pull up this downloadable map. That was never disclosed. It's got the leaves. It's got every leaf type. Here you can use kelp and stuff. That's not in the rule! Dude, are you freaking kidding me? Okay. Well, I guess let me update the stuff here. That block list, whoever made that block list needs to be fired. Whoever said build rules, they're cut. Yeah, it's a good thing I checked beforehand because we were missing out on tons of blocks. With more blocks in my already limited arsenal, I got right to work. I decided that instead of making a boring frozen over ocean, I'd make a frozen mountain. I'd never really built a mountain before, so you're looking at the face of someone who doesn't know what she's doing. I've seen other YouTubers say to do like a wireframe of the mountain, so I tried that. And this was already well out of my comfort zone, but gradienting I had been working on, so it balanced out in the end. I wanted a frozenish river running through the mountain's gap, so I used black wool to make dramatic shadows. Little did I know this went against one of their lighting rules. Let's let past me have this moment though. But I'm also kind of digging it just like as is. I think that's gonna be my taiga entry.
You mean your
ocean?
You said taiga 3 times.
Well, to be fair, it has been like 3 hours, so. I added glass panes for little dripping snow details and even had water droplets in the form of blue panes. I asked Fireball for some critiques and she helped me with some finer detailing. So this is the ice and the water, and it's like it's supposed to be a river.
Yeah, like a gradient of.
Yeah, and there's like dripping and like little like hanging stalactite. On the outside, it's got like a little mountain-esque gradient. Next up was the taiga. Luckily, with a lot more blocks than the Frozen Ocean, but unlike that biome, I have no idea what I wanted to build in this. Knowing brown needed to be a major color, I decided to visit its neighbor on the color wheel. Yellow is my favorite color, and with the new geysers being added to 26.2, I had to create my own. I already had made some small sulfur caves and some geysers in my snapshot showcase world, so I had some blocks already in mind. Using the yellow, orange, and red wool from the general block section, I was able to mimic sulfur and cinnabar, and my geyser was looking great. And since the rules said nothing about the actual geyser's animation, I figured that they were against the rules. So I made my own spring using some glass panes, which gave off like a steamy effect, like the geyser was emitting heat from a recent burst it did. Now, I'm no scientist, but geysers are just bursts of hot water coming out of the earth wherever they can, right? And I kind of just ran with that, so I figured I'd showcase some knocked over trees dying from where the earth had opened up. Luckily, this block palette gave me access to the best wood type for this, the pale oak log. And before I knew it, one haircut later, and the taiga biome got spruced up even more. Since I had already used dark oak logs for the floor to give it a bit of a decomposing leaves or ground element, I wanted to separate the build into two parts. A lush, healthy side and a dark, bursting side. I made a custom spruce tree on the healthy side, which I think turned out wonderful. Also, yes, I am that white. I need to go outside more because, oh my god, why did nobody tell me? Bro, my eye is almost legit as white as me. What the? Now that I've got the world record for being the whitest Hispanic, I figured out what I wanted this taiga's lore to be. A group of researchers came out to this taiga to study the sudden geyser activity that was destroying wildlife habitats and causing mutations to the flora and fauna. I separated the dying ground and the healthy grass with a stony path, adding in some man-made protection railings and a makeshift radio tower. This radio would send back the researchers' find to help fix the taiga's ecosystem. Everything was coming together nicely, as you can tell by my happy expression. No, but seriously, why do I look like that? With some praise from Fireball, I got to work on the third biome, the plains. With the most flora of any block palette, I knew instantly what I wanted to do. I mean, it's the plains biome. If you haven't ever built a base in the plains biome, have you even played Minecraft? I'm really surprised that they didn't include moss into this block palette because my only two options for green would be normal grass and wool. So I had to get creative. I just hoped that a base layer of grass and green wool sprinkled in would give it that kind of mossy, clovery look. I didn't want the ground to be one-dimensional either. I made a small hill and got to work on a stream flowing through the land, essentially giving me two small islands. The plains biome to me just screams, I'm a single mom who works 2 jobs. And that reminds me of Applejack's 5 to 9 song, so I knew I had to make this a country type of build, and that's when my brother dropped in to drop some crazy tea.
This is goofy as the Browns traded Myles Garrett to the Rams.
They win in the Super Bowl.
They
win in the Super Bowl.
That's what Puppy said. They're number 1 for a first-round pick and a player that kind of sucks.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Poverty franchise does poverty
fleeced.
things. After that, I helped someone in some mobs for Fireball, like this good boy and this dancing boy. Okay, now you can tell I'm having a blast with this. Why do I look like that? I constructed a stony bridge over the stream, which leads into our wheat farm. Since they didn't let us use dry grass in this palette, I had to get creative and add color variations to the field. Because out of this one or this one, block variety is almost always way more visually appealing. I sprinkled in some path blocks, which thankfully were a part of this biome's palette. And originally I put off-colored copper grates with water in them down, but they stood out a little too much. I eventually changed them out for some oak trapdoors, which blended well with the saturated farmland. And speaking of small details, copper chains with brown glass make for excellent cattails, especially with such a limited block palette. Our river was coming alive so quickly that next thing I knew, a path was constructed, a chicken coop was popped out, and a birch tree sprouted up. The only thing standing in my way was a diagonal house. This is by far the furthest out of my comfort zone. I have never built anything on a diagonal. I started by setting up simple doors, and then the logs went in place, and then the foundation, and the rest just really followed. It's weird how some things work out sometimes. A build style that's been scaring me for so long that I've been avoiding it for literal years. How did this come out so naturally? Through the years, I've been watching other people and taking notes in my head about what I like and dislike about their builds. These iron bars hanging down from the trimming, yeah, I stole that from Sinnoh. Trees that have air in between every leaf instead of crowding the tree, stole that from BOO. Building with more dimensions and dramatic shadows, Mog Swamp, baby. The list just goes on. I've absorbed so much just from watching others that when it's my time to shine, I could put my own spin on things while incorporating their designs. The people I just named are potentially 3 of the greatest builders I'd be head-to-head with in this competition. So, sorry for semi-copying you, it's just so darn awesome! Adding to the ever-expanding Minecraft repertoire is something that I'm always striving for. It helped me so much to not get blank page syndrome to my wit's end. Oh, and yeah, the wool body for this house? Germsy boy. With the build finally complete, I spawned in some chickens, repositioned them how I wanted, and then went back to the taiga to do the same. Certain mobs are allowed, and mobs can help a bunch with storytelling in biomes. For my taiga specifically, a moose room by the geyser versus a cow grazing on berries and leaves adds some details about what's going on without saying anything. And luckily, this time it was within the rule set. With 3 biomes down, it was time for the Badlands. This was almost as daunting as the Frozen Ocean. 0 wood types, but all the normal and glazed terracotta, as well as granite variants and mud variants. I think for the Badlands, I want to do a western town. But I don't.
Buried in a western town.
While we were building, my Oma called and we yapped while I laid the foundation out. Hello, Oma.
Hello, hello, hello. Are you busy right now?
I am just playing some Minecraft so we could submit our
okay,
builds.
Mhm. Okay, no problem.
All right. Well, I
Okay,
love you,
bye-bye.
Oma.
Okay, bye.
All right. Love you. Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye bye.
She rushed you away quickly.
Well, she's eating.
I know.
She wants to Wordle. She's the Wordle master. I forget that I can just do shit on the camera and like I can put it in the video and then I can just cut myself out like mid-sentence. I tried gradienting and even had a few ideas on where to begin. At first, I wanted a saloon or something, but quickly changed my mind when I remembered I could make a train. Now, with the very limited blocks, the train looked not the best, but I'm proud of it for the restrictions I was under. I've got to say, this biome didn't strike my fancy. And that said, at the start of this challenge, I was really looking forward to this. But I honestly think my building skills were running on complete empty. But with all 4 builds finished, let's commence the tour. Okay, definitely my weakest. I do like the little smoke effect though. So your first build was the Badlands.
Yes.
I think you have more whimsy than I do. There is nothing in this block palette.
Period. But like, there's not much to build with.
There really isn't.
That's why I kind of just said, screw it. Gazebo underground.
See, and the whole thing that I've got is like, I mean, I guess it could work. I don't like it. I'm definitely not choosing this one out of all of them.
And then the next one that I did was, the plane.
See, and I like
They
this
replaced
one.
my freaking plants. They broke it into my house.
They broke the rules. You can't use
They're
carrots.
in my house.
What?
This guy just came out of my house.
Who's in here? FBI!
No,
FBI,
he's already
open
out.
up!
He's already out.
Oh, I'm really good at my job.
He's right over here.
He's getting away! Get him! Stop him!
Sir,
Sir. Why are you inside of her house?
Why is that guy planting at my house?
We're in the middle of a conversation. Please wait. Why are you in her house? And who is that guy? No, he's getting away again! How could you take your eyes off the suspect? Okay, he can get away. We'll get him. You there? Stop! Get in there. It's what you deserve. Oh my god. Okay, take me through your build now that there's not like a massive
Okay.
uprising going on.
First things first. This is where like if someone were to like walk.
Yeah,
over
like this is the front.
And then they like you'd walk over here. You can see like there's a little farm. I don't know why this guy decided to start farming over here, but there's a farm. There's even like little grates in the water. Hold on. Anyways, why is it like?
We're gonna ignore. Oh!
Stop breaking the house! And
Wait, can I show you something really funny? Excuse me, I had an upset stomach. I really enjoy the company of us. Whoa, your head was just. I like the out here and the great escape that. Oh, and the great.
you can't die.
And the great escape that you can do.
You could just jump over it normally.
Show me the rest of your builds. I'm gonna say it. I think this one's your best one.
I will probably end up doing this one.
This one's just. It's really well. Like if you built this in our survival world, like I would not be upset.
Can I say it? This is my favorite biome? Because it is. These are training dummies that I moved and I put chains on.
I like that. It's so nice.
We can also go up these stairs.
Yeah, second story.
The second story. I don't know what. I just thought that these would like diversify the fence.
Yeah, make them look different. Have them openish, maybe.
Yeah. Then we can head upstairs.
We have
leave
a
the
party. I really, really like this build, though.
I do too. I like how I made it. I wish I could like put like a few fences and then like one of the spyglasses down.
Low key commission you to make this in our survival world.
I need all the blocks first.
I'm not even joking.
I need my favorite blocks first.
This would be so sick.
We need pale oak. There are little gaps in the water.
Supposed
to be where like they've already opened the gaps for ice fishing and like they have to make new ones.
Oh, sorry. I love these are like icicles, yeah?
No, I was actually making it as like, you know how some movie psychics have like the beaded like things coming down?
Oh yeah.
I wanted to make it look like it was more corroded as you walk in. The only problem is that if I'm facing it like this, I can barely see inwards.
On to, I believe, day where I had the most cursed screen setup. I figured I'd work from the easiest to the hardest. I made the wheat field and the bridge, then moved on to the house and chicken coop. I added the flowers in, and then it was onto the tree, which I did struggle with. But after a while, I got it the most humanly accurate I possibly could. We decided that we'd sit with our builds for one more day to make sure we were totally satisfied with them. Not knowing much about the submitting process, we wanted to make sure that we had a full day to look over the terms and tutorials for it. So I actually had to go to the emergency room and get some tests run because back in October I herniated 2 discs and I have been in constant pain whenever I sit, stand, or bend over. So the only footage I have from that day is me watching the Smosh video. Submission day was finally here though. We logged in and quickly saw that the article once again didn't give the correct steps. The camera in the map says it takes around 1 minute to capture a 360 build. However, the article and the submission page both say it needs to be 15 to 30 seconds. So after lots of trimming down our footage, we finally opened the gleam.io page. Titled our builds,
It's a peaceful life.
made a short description, and submitted.
I'm gonna press continue. Okay,
Is that it?
I guess that's it.
That's very anticlimactic.
That was super anticlimactic.
We won't actually know who won until Minecraft announces the 15 finalists on July 5th. Once those are made public, then it's up to the community to vote on our favorites. But even though we won't know who the winner is by the time this video goes up, this challenge really made me think. Even if I don't win, even if one of us doesn't get in the end credits of the movie, this is really what it's about. Having fun with my friend, both of us building things out of our comfort zone, getting creative with limited space and resources, and just having fun. I am so glad that Fireball joined me for this challenge, and regardless of if we win or not, I'm just glad that she'll be one of my many friends who comes with me to watch a Minecraft movie squared in theaters next year. If you guys also participated, I would love to see your builds. You can share screenshots in our Discord or just describe them in the comments. I want to give a huge shout out to our members, Aya Lily Lilith, The Happy Tree Hugger, Kin Boshi, and Medulla Vods. And as always, buds, remember to join the village today. It's only a click away.